Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. First time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You talk about this Washington defense. Well, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Escaping the pressure right. Sends it to the sideline, and Mooney makes the catch. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The Falcons are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking, if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Trap 60. Trap 60. Rock on. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Throwing again, Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the Commanders' 12-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he gets in. Touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the year and third overall. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Daniels looking to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To the air goes Daniels. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. To the air, Penix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Penix. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Penix working out of the gun here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They are going for it. Penix. That is caught. Touchdown. Drake London, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ready, set.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Ready. Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Come on. Panther 60. Panther 60.
To throw is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Ready. 19, 18. Let's go.
Now Daniels. And that is incomplete here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Get up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Slot man moves right.
Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Falcon football.
24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Kadarius Hodge, his first touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Two able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0.
Commanders, nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
they're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates.
Okay,
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
19, Tiger, 19.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. 2nd and 13. And complete to Zach Ertz. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. To the right side and caught by Sibbitt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Deebo Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone. For a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And looking to throw, Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 31 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
separating from the gun. Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here we go. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. The tight end in motion right.
Panthers 60, Panthers.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. But to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Trap 60. 18 Ramley, 18 Ramley. Dragon 60.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 45 yards. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Cut 19, 60 by 60 by 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and throw for it here. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go! 70 Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Room here to run.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Viking 18.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
On the six.
On 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard. They see
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Going for the deep ball.
And, that would get right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Ready.
To the air goes Daniels.
And it'll be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Koo for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score, Falcons 49, Commanders 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Pass caught, it's Lane with it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First down, Washington.
Back to throw now on first down. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Shreds him with a stiff arm. He's still on his feet, and he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Zach Ertz, 42 yards.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Escapes the defender. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
How about this? He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 81 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
13 yards there and a Washington first. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Daniels. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite work it in. And now it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. He took a great angle right there.
Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. There's Robinson showing the flash. Well, he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.